What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion goes the tight end.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And now they'll fake the jet sweep, and here's Murray off play action.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Right there, right there. Panther 11, Panther 11, 79 Broncos. Ready, right?
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
like
beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Go.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, 64 yards.
strike first here, this wild card matchup. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Murray from midfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Easy.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, he's got to Slaw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Murray. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
On for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and a couple.
Ready? 19 Tigers.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions'
Ready?
45-yard line.
Handoff running left, Irving. Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Go, Reed, go.
They'll drop the throw. And it is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Let's go.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Check, hurt.
Back to throw here. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Come on.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Lions, first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Lions.
Hey. Check on ball. Green.
Murray now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Murray going to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
18, 5 in. Mustang 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Once again, it's Irvin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoff. It rips off a nice run there.
Irvin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now will give Irving running right. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trevion Henderson, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. 70 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Come on. 60 by 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
47-yard line.
Go! 18 Cardinal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18, blocking, 18. Ready.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Straight ahead, Henderson.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go. Panther 6. Go, Rig. Go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Christian Watson,
34 yards.
and the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Big A soldier, Big A soldier.
Throwing now is Murray.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Murray now to throw.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
60, rig alert, rig alert. Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
A short throw to Musgrave.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Hey, Les, face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Cowboy 80. Drop 60, drop 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 31-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play. And the Lions first down.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's now working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Murray again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
15 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. A gain of 15. First down, Detroit.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Lane drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Now Murray. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 82 yards.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, aren't we?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time it's well for a solid gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw here.
They'll swing this out to Henderson.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
3 yards. Complete to Luke Musgrave.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin to the 27-yard line.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This is Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16.
12 yards. And a first down.
Here we go. Here we
First
go.
and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to those. Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They run out of the gun with Irvin.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trevion Henderson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Buzz.
Murray going to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Murray took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The coverage by Benjamin Morrison.
Green. Move. Hey. Shit.
To throw, it's Murray. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Come back.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 20.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. There will be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Panther 11. Back. 18 Cardinals.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Buccaneers are moving on.